Notification. Welcome to Beyond Sight, a channel geared towards espiritismo, spiritual development, guidance, and inspirations. And I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, family and friends, healthy, safe, and definitely warm because it's cold in New York. Yes, sir. But getting ready for the New Year's, and I decreed for all of you guys and family and friends much love, um, prosperity, health, and most of all, peace and peace and peace in the home, in your soul, in your mind. Uh, and all goodness come into to your homes and in your minds. We want to thank our guardian angels, divine spirits, for all their assistance all year and every year, right? Because they never leave our sides. Whether we acknowledge them or not, they are there. And we are grateful for that. Today I have, like always, a mini story, and then I'm going to give a little short reading. So here go my story. There was a little girl that loved to run, and she was pretty fast. In school, she was running track, and she used to always pretty much win. Um, and she enjoyed everyone celebrating, applaud her on the stands. Except this one gentleman, this older gentleman, just sat there with his arms folded and with no expression on his face. So they decided to put adults to race against her. And she ran the race and she won. Everyone applauded and celebrated with her, and she was beside herself. She was very proud of herself. But she scratched her head. She wondered why the old man never uncrossed his arms and applauded. So in another race, they decided to put an old lady that walked with a cane and a blind man that walked with a stick to race her. So she looked and she said, "What are you kidding? I'm going to win this race in a nutshell, no doubt." So they shot the gun, and here she goes, and she's running, and she wins. She crosses the line, and she starts jumping and celebrating. She looked towards the stand, and no one applauded her. No one stood up on their feet and celebrated. And she's like, "Why? Why you not? I won the race. I crossed the line." So it took a minute, and she thought about it. So all of a sudden, she turned around and went back to where the old lady was, and the man that was blind. And she grabbed the old lady by her arm, and with the other arm, she grabbed the blind man with the stick, and decided to guide them to the finish line. And slowly but surely, they crossed the line. And when they did, everybody jumped up and roared, "Yeah!" Even the old man with no expression had a big smile on his face and was applauding her accomplishment. And she said, well, who won the race? You know, I need to know who won the race because all three of us crossed the line. And the old man answered, well, all three of yous won, you know, with your assistance and the gift you gave the old lady and the man, um, love with pure kindness, and you helped them get across the finish line, you know, everybody's a winner. Ah, wonderful. That brings me to the 2022 that it just fits because spirit says the 2022 is is going to be a year of duality. It could be negative or positive, a year of balance. um it depends on you, you know and we it's desperately needed, this balance, you know but we need to take a look into ourselves, you know into ourselves, and let go of that fear and panic, and listen very carefully, you know to what is being said inside, you know because many of us are so still asleep, and ignoring our intuition or our spiritual calling, you know, that maintains us in this frequent imbalance mode, you know. And how do you do that? We say uh constantly, filling your aura with negativity and toxic people, and craziness, you know as I always say, some many times we need to let go and let God. um but we need to put our parts too, you know we need to put our part. That is why we have um our will, you know and yeah, it's so important to balance out this a year. And unfortunately, many of us are not going to pull away from that that we will wobble of the juggling up and down, you know many of us, and that's truly sad, you know um but if enough of us and that goes from the higher up to the most mediocre person. And I shouldn't say mediocre person, because nobody's mediocre. Everybody's important in this life. But you understand what I'm saying? From government, from those that are in charge, to us, you know. Um, if we put in a little bit, you know, this balance is gonna balance out, you know, because together together we could do this. Everybody needs help. I don't care what rank you have, what schooling, what spiritual position you have, what job title you have. Everyone needs some type of help, physically, mentally, or spiritually. at some point. Some of us need more than others, but that's okay. You know, we need to keep focus on the importance, on our priority. You know, there are too many people yelling and screaming about things that I don't want to say that they're not important, but they're not on the top of the list, you know. And what's on top of the list is our future. Our children are being lost in that street, you know. And who is inspiring these children, you know. We can't forget them. Spirit is saying is very important, you know. Many of us are just, you know, they don't, I don't want to babble on, but it's very important to align ourselves along with and link up with another. Okay. For example, you have a family of 5. You just can't do you, you know. And it's not bad to do you. That's not what I'm saying. But you take care of you and you good. Now assist that next person, you know. And that person will help the other person and so on and so on, you know. If we do not balance, there is not going to be too many people pulling out of that mode of 2021 or 2020, you know. And it's truly sad. It's truly sad to see so many people lost in the world mentally, morally, spiritually, you know. Unfortunately, I can't help everyone in the world, but if I could awaken you, then you go on and awaken another, and on, right? 2022 is big change in the way we not so much think, but how we're walking out into the world. Okay. No, our situation is not all of a sudden going to go back to what it was. Not to say where we was all that great either, um but yes, it could be managed. Okay. And spirit is saying we're going to see some um balance in the middle of 2022. Okay. There is going to be a positive change. But as the saying goes, you got to believe it to achieve it. We have to wake up. We have to stop existing and live. You know, there's someone sitting on a chair or on a couch, and they soul, their spirit hurts more than what their body hurts. You know, There's someone walking around and with their mind spaced out. I don't know what to do. Where I'm gonna, how I'm gonna finish this. How am I gonna sustain myself? How reach out, reach out. You know, with a simple prayer, with just sitting and sending good thoughts. Sending love, light, and blessings to that person. You know, makes a world of difference. That's what we hear, my friends. That's what we hear. We're not here just to romp around the world and stomp and yell and scream. You know, calling in your spirit, calling your intuition, and what difference can you make in this world? A positive difference. You know, and I'm not talking about financial. You know, but if you have it like that and you could help someone else out with a buck or two, hey, listen, you know, but our children, our elderly, you know, you walk down the street and somebody's standing next to you, you don't know who that person is, you know. Everything in this world is not negative. I promise you that. Open up your eyes, open up your heart. 2022 is coming, and I decreed harmony and balance. Okay, harmony and balance, peace and health and prosperity. I love you guys, and with that, I leave you with my motto: when you shine your light into the world, you want it to reach far and wide. Make sure the light at home shines bright and strong, and stay safe. And I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Lucy, progreso para ti, tu espíritu. And I have all you guys in my prayers. Thank you so much. Smooches. Mwah.